If you're an MMA fan, you know the general lore behind BJ Penn, a fighter so talented that he barely needed to train, as his natural gifts were enough to become a two-weight world champion and make all 165 pounds of him a nightmare for any opponent in pretty much every weight class.
He fought heavyweight. He fought Lyoto Machida as a heavyweight.
That is insane.
The fans loved him, and the UFC brass respected him as one of the pioneers that helped build the company early on. By 2015, he was a hero in his native Hawaii, had a beautiful family, and was getting inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame at the young age of 36, with his post-competition future seeming like the brightest chapter of his life yet.
I didn't even want to go this far. I just wanted to win once, go back to a normal life, you know, and be like, yeah, I was the champ once, but you know, it became my identity, it became who I was, and that's what people will always remember me for, and I'm fine with that.
But the following decade exposed darker and darker corners of his personality. His girlfriend left him, accusing him of abuse and of being a lifelong drug addict, and his public behavior became increasingly more erratic and unhinged, with street fights and intoxication becoming the norm rather than the exception. And the legendary status within the fighting community he had so painstakingly earned seemed to have all but slipped away within just a couple of years.
The guy's a whack job. He's been allowed to just be this bad person his entire life because he was good at something. That's just how it is in America. It's like if you're good at fighting or you're good at sports or you can catch a ball, you can be as much of a dirtbag as you want. Everyone else just throws him to the wolves. Everyone else is like, oh, he's such a legend. I'm the only person who actually gave him a dose of reality. I said, no, you're not a legend. You're a dirtbag. You're a drug addict. You don't take care of your family. You don't take care of your fans. You do nothing good for nobody. And you need to get your shit together. But the media and everyone has just dragged him along and gave him this confidence that it doesn't matter what innocent person he beats up. It doesn't matter if he goes to the strip club and is mean to women and they kick him out. So then he beats up the bouncers and he has his little handlers that save him and stuff, you know? It's ridiculous.
This interview with Nick Lenz, who was supposed to face BJ in his final ill-advised attempt at a comeback, was conducted a month and a half prior to BJ being released from the UFC for a viral street fight video showing him getting knocked out outside of a bar. It painted a grim picture of who he really was behind the scenes, exposing him as a hopeless drug addict that spent his days causing havoc around the island of Hawaii with a group of enablers and shady characters.
I'm not even joking. He actually, when I met him, he had a bum that followed him around, and that was like his little guy to take care of him. Like he had a little bum that followed him around. So I was like, this is BJ, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna train 30 minutes a day, and I'm gonna sit here in Hawaii in a little room, and you know, there was no internet, there was no nothing. Like it was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna go home.
It seemed like the only constant positive presence left in BJ's life was his immediate family, specifically his mom, Lorraine Shin, who continued to support him during his lowest moments, even making a heartfelt endorsement for his ill-fated run for governor of Hawaii in 2022, where he was eliminated during the Republican primary by a very wide margin, more than partially due to his horrible public image.
Please vote for my son, BJ Penn. When he gets in, we all get in.
But in the following 2 years, BJ's mental health would deteriorate further than anyone could predict, and Lorraine would go from being his biggest ally to becoming a target of a psychotic rant that filled the MMA world with concern, as he would go on camera making several delusional claims of his enemies killing his family members and replacing them with actors, with his mom being at the center of it all.
F you, what? You can only do this because you get the government behind you. F you, like get crazy. F you. This lady right here, look at her ass and legs. She's acting like my 79-year-old mother. But she's not my 79-year-old mother. And it's interesting, when you Google Lorraine Abele, our house pops up. Because this lady acts like Lorraine Inouye. So you Google Lorraine Abele, and this house pops up. And then you look and then my mom's name starts popping up. She's trying to steal everything. And this is not my mother. And I'm putting this up because she's saying that she's going to get an attorney and try to do something. She's trying to throw me out, and if I attack her, she'll try to do something.
Many people expressed concern for his mom's safety, as a former professional fighter with a history of abuse clearly going through a psychotic break with reality was hardly a harmless roommate, especially for an elderly woman that was the target of most of his delusions. And theories flew on social media about the cause of BJ's break from reality, with the majority speculating that the years of compounded head trauma sustained by him in the UFC eventually culminated in full-blown CTE. And while that was a plausible enough assumption, the speed with which his perception perception of the world around him seemed to have taken a nosedive, combined with the paranoia, weight loss, and his general glassy-eyed appearance pointed a lot more to his alleged history of drug use. Something that was reiterated by a man named Nikaika Smith, who was involved in an ongoing local feud with BJ.
CTE, Billy, that's METH, meth. This month is on Body by Bot 2. That's the only thing that helped you lose weight like that.
And it didn't even take 3 months for the situation to escalate, as BJ got arrested twice within a 24-hour period, after trying to allegedly blind his mother with a flashlight and shoving her against the family car in the driveway as she tried to call the police, over BJ stealing her mail, taking down her security cameras, and putting glue in the deadbolt lock on her bedroom door, leading to her filing for a 6-month restraining order and a request to have BJ committed to a psychiatric facility, citing a concern for her safety. BJ in turn documented the whole arrest and placed the footage on his personal Instagram page, overlaid with several messages in a familiar style, accusing additional family members of being imposters that had taken the place of the original people in order to get their hands on his money.
How can I be under arrest for harassment? This is my house. I just went to go grab the mail.
So I'll explain more to you.
You can film if you want.
We just have
It's not that I want to, I have to. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure what he did. What did he do?
Can we call an officer that I know that can talk to you guys?
John,
I don't even have
the
a
officer's phone number.
Brian Kurahara, somebody.
He'll be at the station.
The footage was filmed by a man named Peter Lestos, who is a jiu-jitsu black belt under Carlson Gracie, seems to be a personal friend of BJ's, and as you're about to see in a second, is also a certified douchebag.
Here, how about this? I'm going to step in right here. I'm from Chicago. These games don't fly with me. We're going to go to a hotel for a couple of days because this is all... He didn't do anything though.
Beyond that point right now.
What did he do?
Shockingly, the games did seem to fly with Peter despite him being from Chicago, and the arrest proceeded as scheduled, with the overlaid text continuing to accuse people of being imposters, landing on BJ's girlfriend, who appears to ask him where his money is hidden per the request of the police.
You don't have no money.
Yes, he does.
How did I break the law?
He has.
I didn't touch anybody.
What?
Yeah. He got whatever from.
I don't know about any of that.
Where's your money? In your pocket?
What?
Your money.
What about it?
Do you have it in your pocket?
No way. Hey.
As BJ is finally on his feet and ready to be escorted to the local police station, Peter lets everyone in the room in on his confusion one final time, still somehow failing to stop the arrest from taking place.
I just don't understand what's going on here. You flashed a light? You used a flashlight?
Yeah.
At this point, I can only hope that the restraining order is actually granted, because it's pretty clear that BJ's mom is in immediate danger, and his inner circle somehow seems to be even more brain dead than the man experiencing legitimate psychosis. And I wouldn't be shocked one bit if Mr. Letsos also took a couple of puffs from BJ's peace pipe before the arrest took place, if you know what I mean. Lorraine seems to be of the belief that her son is experiencing Capgras delusion syndrome, characterized by the belief that a familiar person is an imposter, that can be brought on by several different things, including heavy substance abuse, and requires immediate hospitalization and administration of antipsychotic medication in order to be treated. And as far as I see it, if this isn't addressed in the proper way, it's only a matter of time before another worse headline hits the news cycle, so let's hope the police do the right thing here. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it. And if you want to support the channel further, become a member by hitting join if you're on Android or desktop, or the link in the description if you're on iOS.
I just wanted to address for everybody that people come up to me and tell me, you know, I know you feel entitled to all of this properties that your parents had and this and that, but you didn't buy it, you didn't build it. And I just want to say right now, that's all. The whole time I kept this family afloat for years, from the financial crash in 08 all the way till today. The bowling alley, only one business is in there buying the whole thing. These people are crazy identity thieves. You see this right there? See all this right there? Fighting, always having money, liquid cash. These belts, that's what the UFC gym is there right now. Paying the mortgage for the bowling alley,